Hello everyone, my name is Frank and today I will talk about Tails in Sonic 2. 33 years ago, on November 24, 1992, was the release of Sonic 2, a day that came to be known as Sonic Tuesday, since it was a Tuesday, but I guess you could also call it Tails Day, since that's when Tails first came into the game. Well, actually, Tails first appeared in the 8-bit version of Sonic 2, but he only appears in the intro and in the ending. He's not really part of the game. Sonic still played the game alone, all by himself, but that changes in the 16-bit game. Sonic now has a loyal friend and sidekick by his side, this anthropomorphic fox named Miles. The actual name Miles appears all over Casino Night Zone, while the nickname Tails appears pretty much anywhere else. His nickname comes from the fact that he has two tails, and that's what gives him the ability to fly. Well, in theory. In this game, you cannot actually use Tails' flying ability. Only in Sonic Chaos, his flying became playable. In Sonic 2, only Tails' AI can use it. After he dies or disappears, he will then come back flying. Wait a minute. That isn't flying. That's a glitch I call air walking. In his flying state, Tails cannot interact with anything, but in Metropolis Zone, he can actually get stuck in those things, and when that happens, he comes back flying in really weird positions, like this. Flying upside down. Yes, gravity is just a myth for Tails. Now that's more like it. Tails as a second player seems to have infinite lives. He just dies and comes flying back again. But inside water, that's different. He dies and doesn't come back at all. He just vanishes. Now press his jump button. Then he comes back again. But still, he can't get inside the water, he just keeps hovering above. In Sonic 3, you see that he comes flying, then starts swimming as he enters the water. But in Sonic 2, the swimming ability doesn't yet exist, so he doesn't know what to do. He needs to find a place to land first, then he's back in the game. But now he's glitched again. That's the so-called slope glitch. It's a very popular glitch in the game for either Sonic or Tails. And by the way, pretty much everything in this video is about Tails as a second player. If you're playing with Tails alone, it's really not that different from Sonic, except for the fact that he's a bit smaller and can fit into places that Sonic can't without getting crushed. And one more thing. Tails' automatic controls, or AI, just makes him follow you around and imitate everything you do 1 second later. But sometimes you may see him do a spin dash or jump around all by himself, but the goal is always the same, to try to keep up with Sonic and to get to where he is all the time. Now this is funny. He keeps looking down because I am pressing down. But he also tries to jump up because I am above him. And he's losing his mind down there. Now put Sonic on one side and Tails on the other. Tails will be inactive for 10 seconds until his AI activates again. Then it will do this all by itself. Yeah, whoever said Tails doesn't help you. Except all that he wants is to get you where you are. He means well, but his AI doesn't know when to jump. But Tails' AI can also be helpful. When the spider grabs Sonic, Tails comes to the rescue. Really neat. And that's pretty much it in the helping department. This glitch is very well known in Sonic 2. Tails keeps sliding after Sonic. You can do it like this on Oil Ocean Zone. But what is really happening here? You will notice that Tails' automatic controls don't respond to anything. He doesn't jump, doesn't look down, doesn't do anything you do. There's like a magnetic pull that pulls him towards Sonic, but he doesn't really do anything. Now I'm controlling Tails myself, trying to go the other way, but he cannot go that far because of that magnetic pull, as I said. It's really weird. And it can be really funny as well. This glitch can also happen in Metropolis because of those pipes or tubes. Now this is even more fun. Yeah, Sonic will not fall for that again. But with the spin dash it's even more weird. At some point, Tails will somehow transfer the spin dash state to Sonic, and then Sonic will be just rolling without stopping, like this. I have already made an entire video about that glitch on Casino Night. You can have a lot of fun in there, in many ways. In Oil Ocean it's more difficult, but something else happens here. The oil makes him stand up, but he's still glitched. But the weirdest part of this glitch actually happens after Sonic dies. Because the automatic controls don't work, you can control Tails after Sonic dies. And the objects in the zone are no longer solid. You can just pass right through them, like a ghost. But you can still get rings, somehow. If you stand on an object when Sonic dies, you will have a kind of post-mortem slope glitch because of the fact that the object is no longer solid, and that magnetic effect is still working even though Sonic is already gone, and it's a total glitch fest. But if you think having fun is all you can do with this glitch, you'll be wrong. There's a more practical use for it. Now jump over here. Yep, you gain a lot of points. And down there is actually 168 lives. But let's do it again. You gotta pay attention to the timing to be able to hit the badnik. And now you got the maximum points, so you can get any more lives. But I guess that's enough for now. Yes, Tails just got you the maximum score in this game. And down there is actually 200 lives, but just looks like you have no money. Now for this one, I actually have to thank someone who taught me how to do it in a comment. Thanks, that's a great one. Now Tails got you a maximum score and 200 lives, so no one can ever say he is not helpful. Yes, he can be helpful in many ways. Since he doesn't lose rings, he can fight bosses and defeat badniks for you to keep you out of harm's way. He can also open passages. You need to leave the door out of the screen so Tails can open it. Doing this on Chemical Plant allows you to change your route and make a shortcut to the end from the beginning. And of course, Tails can help you in your special stages to get rings and emeralds. Of course, most of this requires someone controlling him for you and not his AI, which isn't really that helpful. Tails in Metropolis is a total glitch fest. He can make those metal things disappear, appear somewhere else, then you can teleport, go through walls. I actually made 2 videos about these glitches where I explain in great detail. It's really crazy. But here I will show something else. This one is even more crazy. Now Tails is trapped in there, is still in his flying state. You cannot control him, his AI is in control. But somehow, he is connected to this metal nut. And when you go right, yeah, he makes it go up, just like you've seen before. Now I'm going to the left, it goes down. He's in 2 places at the same time, defying all laws of physics here. The farther you move away from him, the faster he gets. Now let it go up, all the way up. Since this zone is an infinite loop, sometime later, it will come around again. And then you can teleport back to its original place. Yeah, enough with this craziness. Metropolis is the last zone that you can control Tails. Then he gets on the plane. Then Sonic has to leave him behind as his plane falls down. Really sad. And he has to make his way alone. For some reason, Sonic always has to face the final boss alone. But of course, they will be reunited at the end. But that's not the ending I want for this video.